Okay, the revelation at the end of this week's episode 7 of Fukumenkei Noise, aka the Anonymous Noise, it was bound to happen, but I did not expect it to happen at this week's episode. So, in this week's episode of Fukumenkei Noise, we had where Yuzu was found out by his mother creating music. And we come to find out his mother does not want him dealing with music at all because of what happened to him all those years ago and how he was not supposed to sing and he did because of Nino, and it caused him to no longer be able to sing. So therefore she has rid everything about music in their household. She has gone overboard protective, even checking his laptop and phone just in case he does not research or does anything that deals with the topic of it. So for him, going to school and being part of In No Hurry to Shout is his way of letting his outlet to play music. And so it's very frustrating when he's not allowed to be free with something that he enjoys in his own household because of something that happened years ago. Of course, Yuzu does not sing. He shows other ways of showing his talents by composing music and writing lyrics, but in his mom's head is something totally different. So basically he runs away from home, and we have where Nino was basically searching for him all day long. She could not keep in contact with him, and he didn't want to keep in contact with her because, you know, his feelings are about to boil over at this point for her, and he feels like if he sees her one more time he doesn't know what he will do. So what he does, he runs to Momo's house, and Momo accepts him into his house, and we know they always got along. And the thing is, they don't know about each other like that outside of, oh, we saw each other on the train station and we got along, not knowing both of them like the same girl. And so while they're there, they're playing music, and even like for Momo, he knows when he creates music it's solely for money. It's no longer creating music for the girl that he likes. Of course, it's Nino they're talking about. So the fact that he was able to create a song out of nothing, and it's not something to say like that can sell it, you see a different side of him. Instead of this very nonchalant type of guy, he seems very excited because for the first time in a long while he's able to create a song, and it's not for the purpose of earning in the bucks. Of course, Yuzu ends up getting a call from Nino, and he goes rush to see her. And you know, there was this little moment I thought they were going to kiss because they showed a shadow when he draw her in, but it was just to cover her eyes so that she doesn't see his embarrassed state. But I really thought for a moment that Yuzu grew a pair and kissed her instead of just, you know, being the guy, the pansy, and not telling his feelings to her. Now, we come to find out there is a new band by the name of Black Kitty. Basically, as In No Hurry to Shout manager would call them like a ripoff of their band, because they're a newly formed band. They're going to perform their debut at the Rock Horizon Festival, just like In No Hurry to Shout. They're going to perform there for the very first time since they established themselves a year prior to what's happening right now. And come to find out that it was kind of obvious Momo's in the band due to his hairstyle, and also we come to find out that Mio, she passed the audition despite Nino not passing the audition, but she passed and she became the new lead singer of Black Kitty. So I have to say I kind of like their song a little bit more, and the reason why they call them a ripoff is because they both bands disguise themselves using masks. Of course, they use kitty masks and they use like medical masks, and also they give this Loletta Gothic style in their appearance. And not only that, the type of music they play is alternative, so it's going to be like the battle of the bands when it comes to the Rock Horizon, and see who's going to outdo who when it comes that time in the storyline in August. So despite them being in total different bands, they are still very good friends. And the most surprising part of this week's episode, of course, We have where Nino, she's learning to play guitar, but because she was playing so much, of course, Yuzu had to constantly try to train her how to play and to not overuse her voice, because now she is a pro, so she can't damage her vocal cords and hurt herself because she has to constantly perform. And the most surprising thing at the end of this episode had me really surprised, but it was bound to happen. Now we know that Momo and Yuzu both know they have a girl they like, but they don't know it's the same girl. And we know Nino likes Momo. She respects Yuzu. Now this whole ordeal, when you're trying to put it together and all that, it seems like a hot mess and everything, and it really is. So we have where Nino was playing on top of the rooftop of their school. Their school has like 2 buildings, and we have where Momo's in the other building, so he's on the other side of the schoolyard, whereas Nino and Yuzu are on the other side. So while she's practicing to play guitar and she perfects her skills playing it, she's playing on top of the rooftop, and we have where Yuzu's supposed to meet her there. And while she's playing, Momo appears on the other rooftop, and he hears her singing, and he knows she goes to the school, but the thing is, Nino doesn't know he goes there. So he's been trying to hide himself since episode 1. And when he hears her sing, he was carrying papers in his hand, something very shoujo-like, of course. And he lets go of the papers because he's like, oh my god, she's singing, oh my god, she sounds so perfect and everything. And then Nino looks across, and just when Yuzu comes up, he hears her whisper, Momo. He whips his head around and he sees the guy that she's been talking about, because remember, Yuzu knows of Momo, but he does not know who is Momo until now. So the guy that he's been trying to outdo and gain an upper hand on for the longest time for Nino's affections is the same guy he gets along with. The same Sakaki. The same guy that has the same love of music for himself, and the fact that he understands that he has a girl problem and there's a girl that he really likes, is the guy right across him on the other side of the rooftop. And now next week is going to be a real interesting episode, because we want to know how is both all 3 characters are going to react each other. How is Momo going to react to Nino finally noticing that they've been going to the same school for the longest time? How's Yuzu going to react to the fact that he finally know who Momo is, not just know who what he is, but who he is, and how he's going to react to him? Is he going to continue to be friendly to him, or is he going to distance himself away from him? And when possibly Momo finds out that these 2 are in the same band together in No Hurry to Shout, we're going to see how all of this is going to boil down as the rest of the episodes play out for the remaining of this show. So if you guys saw this week's episode of Fukumenkei Noise, episode 7, please do drop a comment down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it, and the links are in the description box as always, so you guys go check that out. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye.